lovely day, and I welcome you to the Entrepreneurial Talk Show here on Mustseetelevision inside Polositas. But before I introduce to you my special guest, let's take a quick break.
Hi, Laos, I'm Mahina Bang from Miss Small Ghana 2018, and I endorse MSTV. Keep it going.
Welcome back from the break. With me here, I have Emmanuel Ajete. Emmanuel, you are welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you, Lillian.
How are you doing?
I'm well and kicking, and you too?
I'm also good. How has your week been?
Oh, very fruitful and blessed. Still trusting in God.
Okay, so this is the Entrepreneurial Talk Show on Matsi TV. But before I start with your personal question, what do you do?
Okay, so Emmanuel Ajete, an entrepreneur, is the owner, or let me say managing director of Sedalba company, and we are into small, medium-term microfinance, and as well we are into this rehabilitation works. That's we do interior and exterior decoration. That's into painting, and also we are into blocks making as well. Blocks making as in for building.
Okay, so it's like two works combined,
Together,
but one company name.
Yeah, but one company. So one is more of like a partnership. That's the interior and interior and exterior decoration. That's more of a partnership.
Okay, so what drives you into you going into that business?
Oh, okay. So let me say, so far so good. What I'm actually focusing on as of now is the microfinance, and what really drove me into that sector was that I was actually in the microfinance industry before I later went to school to further my academics. But I was like, during my national service time, I was like, hey, people normally come out from their national service contract. Then when they are done, it seems like if the company is not able to employ you or maintain you as well, so you all be putting your effort, all those stuff. But I was like, in as much as I'll still be putting my effort into my work that I'm doing for the company which employed me for my national service, I should also have another external income that I'll be getting. So let me say, like something like someone will say 30 pays one day. So meaning I'm getting so much income from different ways. So I was like, hey, I've been in the microfinance before, and looking at this system, if I'll come and sit down and I'll maybe, for instance, I don't get employed back, what would I do? Would I be able to live my normal life, pay my other rent and all those stuff? Like life has to still go on. So I was like, let me just start with this microfinance stuff. I already had the knowledge about it because I once worked under my boss. So I went to some few loyal customers that I had, went to discuss with them, this is what I have, because I've been able to raise such a capital. Others were like, oh, for now the so they will get back to me when they feel like they need it. But one person was giving me pressure. He was like, oh no, that's very nice. Like a young person thinking of this, how to start small. She will buy into my idea. So I should start with her. So I told her that I have to go back to my bank and all those stuff and get things done, then get back to her.
But Emmanuel, apart from your experience that you had, did you study any related course in school?
Oh, okay. In SHS, I did business, and when I went to the tertiary too, I went to study accounting. So I studied. I like money, and I like saving as well.
So if someone does not study business and further to study accounting, can that person also venture into such a business?
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying. That like when we talk about entrepreneur, it's like something like a hobby or a passion you have for doing something, starting a business. So in as much as you want to start, you have to be one innovative and also a risk taker. So with that, I know when you start, even let's say you take baller from, or let me say rubbish from door to door, those kind of things you've been taking 5 cents. You can do it small. You buy a tricycle, then you end up becoming maybe, let me say, Zoom Lion. That's how the person started, I'm sure.
do you face any challenges?
Hey, no entrepreneur will say he or she didn't face any challenge when starting out, because that is part of the risks that you take. That you know that failure is part of starting the fresh thing, because you are trying to penetrate into the market, whereas you have your competitors also around. So the challenge there I face big time, especially with capital, raising of capital. It is not easy starting.
Is it now that you face the challenges, or like when you started you faced challenges,
Yes.
and now do you still face challenges?
Yeah, I'm facing challenge because you see the economy too. So sometimes when you go to recollect your cash that you've given to people, but it is in installment. Sometimes market doesn't go on well, so people will be like, oh, and then maybe Jala more things didn't go as expected. See, those are part of the challenge. But what is expected is that by the time you finish paying your money, it should be in the expected amount. That is the most important.
Okay, so with your microfinance, which people are your target audience, and do you give loans as well?
Oh, okay. So my target market as well is with traders. So precisely food vendors, those who sell food. I know people will be like, hey, what's money? But not that. But I have this analogy that when you are dealing with food vendors, at least when he or she starts selling from morning to evening or to the afternoon, definitely you will have 5-10 people buying the food. So definitely the person will have some cash to remove small and give you back, so that you can also readjust things in your.
So if I want to start up a business and I need a loan, and I come to you to give me,
I'm trying to look at those things as well, because when I was planning this microfinance strategically, I didn't focus on opening it to the general public. I had a target market. And one thing you should know, that when planning your strategies, there are 6 things you need to consider. For one, you should know the business that you are in. 2, you should know your weakness and strength. You get it? And 3, you should know who your target and the people, the customers you are dealing with. And as well, you should know what they want. And also, you should know your competitors and their weakness as well. So if you think you have the capacity to fund for all those people, then why not?
So if any successes since you started this business, or is it that you always face challenges?
Oh, no. By the grace of God, I have to give thanks to the Almighty that starting this business was not easy, but we all know that with God all things are possible, and He has made us to understand. I have this quotation there, I like it very well. 1 Thessalonians 5:18, that we should be thankful in all circumstances, because this is what God expects from us in union with Christ Jesus. So in as much as we started in a bad way, at least one way or the other, we are getting people paying you back. So if they are paying you back with an interest, at least you should be grateful to God. So I think my business, because I started with a small capital, and now my capital has really increased to a level that I least expected. So I'm grateful for that success alone. And also I've been able to get people on board. I started with 1 person, now I'm having more than 1.
Then you really done well. You're enjoying the benefits.
I'm enjoying the benefit I'm enjoying, but it comes with a lot of headache. So in as much, no pain, no gain. And I'm also happy for the life of my my customers as well, that their businesses are going on well. And even because of that, people are changing they are rebranding their business. I have one woman that I've been giving cash, and she was like, hey, this is your money, no harm in it. The money you've been giving to me. Now because of that, I've been able to change my package. So you see, initially I was giving this normal takeaway pack, but now I'm using the papaya pack, the foil one with the cover. And I was so much happy. But I went there with my friends. We were going to buy from her. It's not because I've given them. I pay with money, because when I'm coming to take my money, I will not do joking things. I have to take my cash. Oh, amen. And God bless them too for paying me back. You get it? So with that too, it's part of my success story that their business are going on well. And because of that, they are being able to also pay me back. So I think with that, I can say God has been fair and faithful.
Okay. So if someone wants to locate you for loan, a food vendor wants to locate you for a loan, where does a person get you, your contact and your location?
When we were talking about a challenge, I only spoke about one, the capital, but there is another challenge, that is you getting the infrastructure where you get your office, and even renting a small space for office. It is not easy, the agent cost and all those stuff. So right now, let me say I do door-to-door microfinance, but at least it is going on well. So even though I've registered my company under Ghana registrar, under the Registrar General Department, I do door-to-door. My company cannot be located, but when you give me a call, I can come over to your place and we'll transact business. That's
So,
it.
can you give your number out? It might be of help to someone.
It's 0265 89 39 29. 0265 89 39 29. That's my number.
Thank you for giving it out. Ima, what do you have to tell those who want to be like you?
Those who want to even be more than me. I mean, that's what I say. I don't want people to be like me, because you can never be like me, but they should be more than me. And so I'll also be happy. There's this fourth thing that I've really observed by this successful entrepreneurs, and I know because of that things are going on well. So my advice to this youth that are coming is that one, when you want to start a business, one, you should know it should be a hobby or something that you have passion in, and as well you should be able to start small and cheap. You should be able to penetrate into the market by getting your customers as quick as possible. You should be able to plan carefully. That one is very necessary. So that is you being strategic in your planning, not just planning. Because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail. You get it? Then also, one major thing that has been a problem for most entrepreneurs is their finances. So you have to take your finances very, very, very serious. So what I want to tell you is that as a young entrepreneur, you need to be very, very disciplined. I have a mother, my mother is there, they are plenty. In Ghana, we have something that we say, Mokume for, she did Mokume for. I don't want to do direct translation, so I beg, let me leave it that way. She will say, if you want to be rich or if you want to get money, money is stuck in mud, in things that people really neglect. People will say, oh, nah, this one here, it is nasty, I can't do. I had a man who used to come to where I was working, and he has been taking our rubbish. But when I tell you, the man has a daughter who is a graduate nurse, you marvel. You ask, hey, no, we are also rubbish. They are here to the bicycle fees, but you can see that the man really planned. And he was having a tricycle, this tricycle with a cabin at the back that you can collect rubbish. And he was doing work and pay. It's not something that he was able to pay, like buy upfront. He was doing work and pay. But aside that, he was trying to squeeze himself and also do what? Pay the fees, do other things. He said he's building his house, but he's yet to complete. So I think in everything, you have to have patience and plan well.
Ma, thank you very much for coming.
Thank you.
Thanks for staying with us on the Entrepreneur Talk Show here on Mustseetelevision inside Polositas. You can follow us on Facebook, Mustseetelevision, on YouTube, MSTV, and on Instagram, Mustseetelevision. Once again, I'm Lillian Aqua, your host for this program.